Namaste and welcome everybody to Yoga Vidya in Bad Meinberg. And we are so lucky that we have another chance to talk to Swami Tattvarupananda here today. Welcome, Swamiji.
Namaste.
Namaste. Swami Tattvarupananda is a master of Advaita Vedanta, and he's a disciple of Swami Dayananda and in the tradition of Swami Shivananda. And he's teaching Advaita Vedanta, he's teaching Bhagavad Gita in classes here in Germany and also in India. And he's also running a Gurukulam, which is a home which provides home for underprivileged children in Kerala in South India. And Swamiji, you are right now just teaching in a Vedanta training course here in Bad Meinberg, and we have really 8 very committed students who already brought a lot of knowledge, and you helped them to sort this knowledge. And but I wonder, how would you explain what is Advaita Vedanta to somebody who has never heard about it before?
People who have never heard about Advaita, let us look at the word itself. Dvaita means duality, Advaita means non-dual. There is no duality. This is the literal meaning of the Advaita. There is no second thing. Mm-hmm. But for beginners, it is a big thing to understand. It's not easy because we are living in a dualistic world. Right from the birth, we assume whatever I see, whatever I hear, all these are real, all these are truth. With this understanding, suddenly when you come to the Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta, Upanishad teaching, when you come, is a big shock, really speaking, one who hear first time. If they don't have the enough maturity to understand, if a person who has lot of experience in life and undergone lot of happiness and sorrow mixture of his life, I think that kind of experience is required. Not must. That will be a plus point. One who's looking for beyond these pairs of opposite. Understand? Mm-hmm. Therefore, it is not easy for a beginners, I would say. The person, that's why, anybody who want to inquire into the Advaita Vedanta, they say their fourfold qualification is very much required. What is real and what is unreal, and dispassion and discipline, desire to know the truth. This is the qualification. If this qualification is there, it may look little easy. Otherwise, it is not easy at all.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, this is very, very clear now. And it's also, for me, when I sit in a Vedanta course, I also always think it's clear. It's clear to me. And I go out and I think everything is easy now. But then it starts to work. And then sometimes you face some difficulties in life. And then it's hard again. And, Vedanta is based on ancient scriptures in the Upanishads. And to the Upanishads, we have a lot of commentaries. So it's really a lot of reading material also, if you really want to dive into it. But somehow when you teach, you always make it seem that it's very easy. It's very alive, and you bring us very close to our everyday experience. And I admire this, and I just wonder, how can you do this from the scriptures to our life? How can you make this bridge?
Actually, this Vedanta, the teaching of the Vedanta is very simple, very logic, very, our intellect can easily understand, because you say there is only two things, as though there is a two thing, understand? We begin with there is only two things. One is called the object, another is subject. Subject is me, object is other than me. It's very simple. It's not very, you don't need a super intellect to understand this. It's a very simple look. Then the difficulty is because of we lived in the dualistic world, that hangover is not easy to go. It is not easy to. That's why we say you should be a prayerful person always. Because our mind, our intellect, emotion, what all things are there from not only this life, previous life, what all kinds of experience we have undergone, all these has got a very big impact in my psyche. But that, Swami Dayananda used to tell, somebody has written a book, he had written a book. Nowadays that book is not published. The name of the book is Emotional Maturity. This is completely based upon psychology. Swami used to tell the psychology, a person who is studying the Vedanta, they should know how our mind and psychology, how much influence they have in our life. If you don't know, sometimes something is popping up, we're shocked.
That's right.
We don't know. Yeah.
That's what you meant when you said you have to be mature, for it and you need some qualifications.
This is not easy at all.
But you said this book is not published?
Not published.
Oh, okay.
Because this was people are misunderstanding the book.
Okay.
Therefore, somebody said, don't publish that book anymore.
Okay.
But it's a wonderful book.
Yeah.
I would say one who studied, because I started reading after the course only this book. Mm-hmm. I could clearly see whatever Swamiji is telling, how our mind is working, how we have to respond. What do you mean by the emotional maturity?
Yeah.
It's all look very wonderful. But a common man read this book, there is a tendency, I cannot change myself.
Yeah.
This is what I am. What can I do? You blame your parents sometimes. Mm-hmm. You blame your society sometimes. Yeah. But since that happened, Swamiji said, don't publish that book.
Oh, okay. This is like this projection. Blame somebody else and not to look for my own responsibility.
Because Swamiji's intention didn't work there.
Yeah.
He had an intention, but completely people they have their own projection, understand?
Yeah, you must be ready to understand this. Yeah.
Therefore, Swamiji stopped that book. But it's very relevant book.
Okay.
Vedanti, one who study Vedanta, because Swamiji also a psychoanalyst. Therefore, he knows how the mind is working. It is not just Vedanta will knock out that thing. It is not. You have to really put an effort to get that emotional maturity. Therefore, he says prayer, puja, all these are very relevant in our life.
Relevant elements to understand the knowledge in the end. And maybe that's why we have a lot of psychologists in the Vedanta classes. So many retired psychologists we find in the classes because they dedicated their life to find about the human mind and they didn't get the answer, no satisfying answer, and then they come to Vedanta.
Swamiji nicely say, there's a book also, there's a talk or series of talk. In psychology, there is no solution. In Vedanta, there is no problem. It's amazing how he deal with it.
Yeah,
psychology doesn't have a solution.
Yeah.
You come to a point where you cannot go further.
Yeah, you dig deeper and deeper into your past and into who is responsible for my problems and all these things. But
then what for?
Yeah.
Then there the Vedanta should come in.
Yeah, interesting.
But it may be good to start with a little bit psychology, but you cannot really find the answer. The Vedanta gives the solution.
You must change the perspective.
Yeah.
You must go to a different level. And this gives the word for my next question. You remember in the class we were talking about the different levels of reality. And it's all Vedanta is actually about giving you the highest truth or the access to the highest truth. And truth is something everybody says, I love truth. I want to be truthful. I don't want to be lied on. But still, people seem to have a problem with truth. They have their own truth and Then, and I think this is a connection to these different levels of reality you were talking about, and I think it would be interesting to get something more about it. Can you explain this a little bit more?
You know, when we live in the world, we take the world as real. It is not, world is not something completely non-existent, like a rabbit hole. they or even Shankaracharya talk about Satyam, Mithya and Tuchya. The word Satya means ultimate reality. Mithya means it is not completely non-existent. It is there. You can experience it, but it is not real.
Yeah.
It is not real.
Yeah.
Then another, when I see the world, whatever impression, whatever I understand, how I understand the world, there is a reality in it. What my perspective, understand?
My personal.
My personal experience. But therefore, whatever world I am seeing, same world nobody sees. Everybody has their own world.
Yeah.
But that also has got a certain reality, understand?
That's right.
But in Vedanta they call personal reality. In Sanskrit it is called the pradibhasika, that which is known only to me, pradibhasika. This is the personal reality, means what I feel, what I think it is truth. Understand? The second one is called the transactional, vyavaharika. Vyavaharika, when we transact, for example, I am sitting here, I'm talking, there is a camera, you are here. And all these are, it has got, I cannot say the camera is not there, I am not there, you are not there.
This is my personal reality and yours together.
But this camera and me and you, anybody who come here, they can see. There's a certain reality. It's not only me. It's a common. Those who are coming here, they can see, I can see, you can see, anybody can see. But therefore, I cannot say it is not there at all completely. It is there, but we are saying it is there, it only temporarily existing. It doesn't have the, because this camera is, there is a manufacturing date and it will destroy after some time. But always there is a beginning and end. Whatever has got beginning and end, all those in the world, that all come under the transactional reality. So we have to accept. When we live in the world, it is very important to appreciate that. Then only we can live in the world. Then, when I live, generally what happened, most of the people take this transactional reality as a permanent reality, ultimate reality.
This is what people normally do.
This is the problem. Here the Vedanta comes and tell you, look here, if you are attached to worldly object, since it has got the beginning and end, sometimes if you go before, no problem. If they go before, you have a problem because you invested a lot of emotion, lot of expectation. Then that is suddenly gone, you undergo a lot of problems. Therefore, Vedanta says there is an ultimate reality, means they given a name, Brahman. You can give any name, understand? Brahman or the truth, from where you cannot go beyond. That is the final thing. It's a methodology what Vedanta used is you negate. After negating, you cannot anymore negate. Then you reach you. That you is the real reality.
What stays?
It's not the body, it's not the mind, it's not the intellect, it is not an ego. It's a generally we say awareness or consciousness. In Sanskrit, they call Atma, Brahman, sometimes Ishvara. All these words they use. Once you really undergo this study, you will understand what it is. It's very important. That is the ultimate reality. The problem in life, when you mix up all these three, understand, where you take ultimate reality as a transactional reality. Sometimes you take the personal reality as ultimate reality. Then people undergo a lot of.
This is the quarrels when
Yeah.
people have their personal reality and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
transactional reality
Yeah.
doesn't fit, and then quarrels start. Yeah.
But this is the problem. But
Yeah.
we have to understand, we keep everything as it is and try to understand what it is.
Yeah.
But that's very important.
Thank you. Yeah, it always seems so easy when you explain it and you unfold this knowledge. Then it seems so easy, and you think, okay, I understood, and now no problem anymore. But then you go out of a class and your life starts, and then these things come again, and quarrels, problems, family problems, job problems, whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe for the last questions, could you give us advice how to keep this knowledge firm, how to consolidate this knowledge in our minds, and so we don't lose it?
Satsang is the one of the very important thing. Like-minded people, you come together and you discuss about it. Constant reminding. Nowadays, it's a lot of things are there. You have a lot of talk in the one person talk, you constantly listen,
Yeah.
and you reflect upon it. Every day you do little meditation. Meditation means think about whatever you studied. You bring this idea into your mind, and you go to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And then, now and then, whenever you get a time, you just close your eyes and again 2 minutes, understand? Close your eyes and think, then it will again.
Yeah, just to create
It's
a
a
habit.
constant process. It is not a 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. As long as you breathe, you have to do it. This is what they say.
Yeah.
Asuptehe amrute kalam nayed Vedanta chintana. How long you have to do Vedantic inquiry? They say, asuptehe, until you sleep. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Morning you get up, until
Yeah.
you sleep, you should again this thinking.
Yeah.
This thought you have to bring it. Then amritehe, until you die.
Yeah, just to make it part of your life. Every minute is
Yes.
woven by
That's
Vedanta.
only way.
Yeah.
Then whatever necessary qualification, what we talk about, the discrimination, dispassion, discipline,
Mm-hmm.
and desire for truth, constantly check ourselves whether I have.
Yeah.
Once you have this, definitely it will stay with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Swamiji. I think you inspired a lot of people. So thank you so much, and thank you for coming here. All the best for you.
Thank you. Oh.
Om.
Namaste to everybody.